Looks like we have 2 of you so far. Addison, yours says Addison and Sophie. Are you just Addison or just Sophie?
I think she's trying to unmute herself. Oh, she's Addison.
All right, cool.
Name, and then it told me while I was changing the name, so I couldn't get to the unmute without changing my name.
Nice.
Without not changing my name.
All right. So we want to make sure, Addison, that you got all your supplies.
I don't know.
Okay. They were a paper and pencil or a pen, a squirt gun or a watering can, or maybe just a glass of water, some bandages, a thermometer, stuffed animal. If you don't have it, that's okay too. Hey, Daniela, it's good to see you again. We're not in the car this time. This time we're in your bunk bed. That's cool. I brought you to the park. We're at the bridge. I'm just kidding. It's not real. But my bed doesn't look as cool as yours, so I'll stick with my bridge. We're just waiting a little bit for everyone to show up, and it might just be us, and that's cool too. So we want to make sure you have your supplies for this session. It was a paper and pencil, a watering can or a squirt gun.
I have a pencil. That's pretty much all I have.
That's good. And if you have bandages and a thermometer, if you don't, that's okay. A stuffed animal.
I can go down the hall. I'll go to sleep.
Okay. A glass.
I didn't get it because it took a while for me to get on.
Okay, that's okay. Do you have a stuffed animal close?
Huh?
Do you have a stuffed animal?
Yes. I have lots of them.
Okay. You only need one for today.
Okay. I'm going to pick one.
Okay. It's always a good time if you get to share your stuffed animal. You'll notice mine is a bat.
I saw that. I think that's cute.
My niece gave it to me because one time we had to take the entire 250 people at my camp and sleep outside because bats had a disease that we didn't want to get in our cabin.
How do you like my doll?
Oh, very colorful. What's the name of it?
Her name is Rainbow.
Rainbow.
She was given to me in New York from my grandma.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
I got her in 2018.
What are we
Nice. Okay, I'm going to have you go to the 3rd slide, Miss Lindsay.
Okay.
And again, you guys, welcome. My name's Kathleen. And today we're going to be talking about, I'm sorry, one slide back. Our slides might be a little different. So today we're going to talk about a Brownie first aid. It's a badge, but it's also a kit. We're going to talk about how to find out how to get help from 911. We're going to make a first aid kit too, or at least you'll know exactly what you need to put in it. And then if you want on your own, you can talk to someone who treats injured people. Who might treat injured people? Addison.
Or a hospital.
Right, a hospital.
Accent.
A nurse or a doctor.
A nurse, a doctor. Who else, Danielle, might come to you, Daniela? What would be, they'd come in a special vehicle.
Fire people?
Yeah, fire people. They would come in an ambulance or they would come as an emergency medical technician. A lot of words, but we shrink it down to an EMT. emergency medical technician. There's a lot of people like that, paramedics, and sometimes nurses and doctors are also EMTs, emergency medical technicians. You can also learn how to treat minor injuries. You can ask your doctor or your nurse or even your dentist, because your dentist is a doctor too. And you can know how to prevent and treat outdoor injuries. But today we're going to concentrate on that 911 call. But before we do that, I'm going to lead us through the promise and law. If I could have you switch to the next slide, Miss Lindsay. All right. Okay, if you could raise your 3 fingers, and we're going to do the Girl Scout promise first. On my honor.
On my honor.
I will try
to
serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. Good job. And now we're going to go to the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair,
to be honest and
friendly
fair,
and helpful,
friendly and helpful,
considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Now, before we go to the next slide, so we talk about being friendly and helpful. So today we're really going to concentrate on how can we be helpful. And we've been spending a lot of time with our family, and pretty soon we'll be spending time with our extended family and with more friends. And sometimes we'll be at school, or we might be at synagogue or our church, or we might just be out shopping with some friends or our parents. And there's a way that you can be helpful there too. If you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so the purpose of this badge is exactly that. We're gonna learn how to get help in an emergency and treat minor injuries. We're at least gonna be prepared for that, because there's some things that we can learn right off. Next slide, please. Okay, so if we needed to call 911, what is 911? Can anybody share with me?
I think I know.
Okay.
It's a thing that helps people.
Helps the community.
It helps the community, Addison? Is that what you said? Yeah. So 911 is a place where people answer the phone, and guess what number we dial if we want them?
911.
Exactly. So if we're going to take a few turns, and we're going to do some role playing in just a minute, but I'm going to ask Miss Lindsay to go to the next slide. Okay, so what do you need to know if you call 911? One of the first things we need to, you can click, is your phone number. Do you know? You don't have to say it out loud, please don't. But do you know your phone number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mom's and my dad.
Okay, good, good. So Daniela, if you were calling from your home phone or your mom's cell phone, have her show you where that number is. So when 911 asks you, you'll know your phone number. Okay?
Excuse me, I know my mommy's phone number, but I don't know anyone else's.
That's good. Your mommy's phone number is the one we need you to know. Okay, so the second one. What happened? So the person on the call, if I was the operator, I'd say, hello, Daniela, thank you for your phone number. What happened? And you need to tell me in as much detail as you can. Now, sometimes it's hard, because if you're scared, if I'm scared, I might be crying a little, right? I'm really, and it's really hard to understand that, right? So I got to be calm, and I have to say, my brother fell off the ladder. Okay? You got to really know what happened. The next button, please. What's wrong? So my brother fell off the ladder, and he's not waking up. His eyes are closed. he's breathing, but he's not moving. So you really got to know what's wrong. Next one. Where you got to know where you are. So if I asked you right now where you are, do you know the address? Don't say it out loud, but do you know the address to your home? So she would, good job, Addison. So the 911 operator would say, where are you? And I would say, I'm at 8330 East. You know, I would give her my address as specific as I can. Sometimes, if we don't know our address, can we say, I'm at the Chick-fil-A at the corner of Bell Street and 123rd, right? So sometimes I use a big icon. Like if I was in New York, like your grandmother, Daniela, I might say, I'm at the foot of the Empire State Building. Come help me, right? So I need to know where I am. The next one. How many people are hurt? Just my brother. He was the only one that was climbing the ladder, and he wasn't supposed to be. So he's the only one that got hurt. All right? The next one, please. What has already been done? I put a pillow under my brother's head. I rolled up his jacket and put it under his head. I covered him with the jacket so he wouldn't get cold. Whatever I've done, I need to be able to tell them. You guys understand that so far? Okay, next slide, please. Oh, this is a good point. You got to remember, don't hang up no matter how scared you are or if you have to run or anything. Keep that phone with you because you don't want to hang up until the operator says, okay, Daniela, okay, Addison, okay, Miss Lindsay, it's okay for you to hang up. They'll tell you when it's okay. And that's usually when everybody else shows up. So when the ambulance shows up or the police officer shows up or the fire department shows up, they'll tell you you can hang up the phone. Okay, so next slide. Okay, this is where we get it acted out. Okay, the first person is Addison. Addison, we're gonna act that you can click it, Miss Lindsay, thank you. An older woman fainted and fell to the ground. So let's act like I'm the operator and you're calling me, okay? All right. Hello, 911, what's the emergency?
An older woman fainted and fell to the ground, and she's not moving, and I don't know how to help.
Okay, how many people are involved in the injury? Just the woman?
It's just the older woman is the only one who got hurt.
Okay, is she talking to you?
No, she's not moving. She's breathing, but her eyes are closed and she's not doing anything.
Oh, okay. You can make up an address. Where are you?
986
McDonald Street.
McDonald Street.
Great. Is there a phone number we can call you back? Just say blah, blah, blah.
Yes, blah, blah.
Awesome. Okay, stay on the phone with us. Oh, I think, okay, I have the fire department's going to be there any minute. Are you okay?
Yes, I am fine.
Good. I'm glad you're there with her. Is anything else? Is anybody else injured?
Nope.
Woo, 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 woo. Oh, sounds like the fire department's there. Thank you, Addison. I hope you have a good day and that everything turns out okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so you see how good job, Addison. As an older woman, I would be proud to have you call 911 for me. Okay, so the next one, this one's you, Daniela. All right. Oh. Okay, so Daniela, this is your challenge. So you got to act like you called me and I'm 911. Hello, 911.
It's me, Daniela.
Hi, Daniela. How can I help you today?
There was an older woman that
Yours is a young girl skateboarding.
Oh.
A young girl skateboarding.
There was a young girl skateboarding. She fell off her skateboard and she hurt her head.
Oh no. Where are you located, Daniela?
I'm
You can
I'm
make up an
looking.
address.
I'm 16. I'm 1865.
Oh, Somerset Drive? Yeah? Okay. And you know your phone number? And you can give your mom's phone number, blah, 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Good job. Good job. What has been done? Has the girl been given any first aid? Are you the only person there?
I'm the only person there.
Wow. Okay. Is she still in traffic or is she okay off to the side of the road?
She's off of the side of the road.
Okay. I see here that we already have a police officer. You should be able to see her, and we're sending an ambulance right away. So I'm going to let you go, Daniela, so you can talk to the police officer, okay?
Hmm.
Thank you for calling. I'm glad you were there for the young girl. Good job. All right. Good job. Sometimes things are pretty scary until we act them out. So if you if you want, you can act it out with your mom or dad or your older sibling or your grandma. It's a way that they know you know what to do in case anything happens. Not just to you or your friends or your siblings, but also your parents. You might have to take care of them. Okay, Miss Lindsay, we can go on to the next slide. We can go on to the next one. All right. Okay, one more click, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why it's separated like that. I apologize, Miss Lindsay. All right. Okay, so on the screen right now, I'm going to have Miss Lindsay pin my supply table. These were the supplies that I wanted to see if you guys could get today. And if you don't have them, you can see mine. It's okay if you lose the PowerPoint if you need to, Miss Lindsay. Okay. Is it pinned? I just can't. All right. So you guys see that little brown table there? I have a squirt bottle. I have a paper and pen. I have a can of soda. I have some ointment in case you get a scratch. I have a carrot. I have some Band-Aids. I have my stuffed animal bat. I have my thermometer. What do you think should actually go in my first aid kit? Just one item. So I'm going to ask you first, Addison, what should go in my first aid kit?
My first thought would probably be the Band-Aids.
Okay, good. Band-Aids. The next question is you, Daniela. What else should go into my first aid kit?
Ointment.
The ointment. Good. That's a really long and hard word. Daniela, I don't think I could pronounce that when I was your age. That's a good job. Okay, we have Band-Aids and ointment, and it's your turn, Addison. What else goes in there?
What else is there?
That blue thing is a thermometer.
Yeah, you should probably have a thermometer.
Okay.
Because
That
if someone doesn't feel good, you don't know if they have a fever or not. Because if they do have a fever, you want to be as careful as you can. But if they just got hit in the head, if you don't know what happened, if you don't know if they got hit in the head or they actually have a fever, you should always make sure first so you know if you're careful. Because if they have a fever, it could be contagious and then you.
Right. All that is very true. Very good, Addison. Anything else we might want to put in our first aid kit, Daniela, that you see on the table? Do I need a carrot for my first aid kit? No?
Yeah.
No. Okay. How about my bat? Should my bat go in my first aid kit?
What?
Addison's like, no, that shouldn't go in there. All right. How about my can of soda? Should that go in my first aid kit?
No.
Why do you have a can of soda?
I don't
Spilled all
know.
over the Band-Aids. The Band-Aids wouldn't be sticky anymore.
You know what? That's right. Do I need a squirt bottle or a squirt gun in my first aid kit?
No.
No, I probably don't.
No.
So sometimes in my first aid kit, though, if I'm going to go backpacking.
In a minute.
What's that, Addison?
It's a case for this like it's
Ointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Sometimes I might put sunscreen in there,
Mhm.
or I might put anti-itch because I might get into poison ivy. So sometimes your first aid kit, it depends on where you're going. If I'm hiking with my grandma, I put aspirin in there too because that's an emergency medication for her.
Yeah, my sister, her preschool bag, she always carries her EpiPen because she has allergies.
That's a good one too, an EpiPen. So if you have special health concerns, you need to make sure that medicine's in your first aid kit too.
Benadryl or
Yeah, Benadryl. That's a good one too.
like
So,
ibuprofen, you could carry that.
and your first aid kit grows and grows the more you know. So if you take training from your doctor or a nurse or an EMT or the fire department or the police department or your parents, you can put more stuff in your first aid kit. Like my first aid kit at home has a flashlight in it.
Good idea.
So, yeah. All right, thanks. We'll go back to the slide, Miss Lindsay. Thank you. You guys did pretty well. And I can see, Addison, you have a first aid kit just waiting to go.
I don't have one.
No, you can build one though. I bet you your parents could help you with that.
We have a big box in our bathroom that has like a bunch of Band-Aids and gauze wrap and stuff like that. So it's way too big and heavy to even carry.
Ah,
So we can't take it anywhere.
right. So maybe if I could have you, yes, that's exactly the slide, Miss Lindsay.
Oh, and
Thank
my mom used to work at a hospital in a doctor's office, so she helped patients.
That's awesome.
So
Your mom's a hero.
I think
That's
she's
really
an
cool.
occupational therapist.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you know, for this badge, we did the two things that we talked about, right? We found out how to get help from 911, right? And then you know how to make a first aid kit. I really recommend that you make a first aid kit with your parents so that there's one in your car and there's one at your home.
Mhm.
Now, maybe the one in your car, you might not need a thermometer, but you'll talk that over with your parents or your grandparents or whoever's working with you on it, okay? But you still need to talk to someone who treats injured people. So Addison, it sounds like you can talk to your mom. Daniela, you can talk to your school nurse maybe, or your doctor next time you go to the hospital or go to
Not
your...
a doctor anymore.
Oh, okay. But you can, next time you go to the doctor, you can talk to them. Or your troop might talk to a nurse or a doctor or an EMT or someone from the fire department or police department. They're all trained in first aid. Your coach would be trained in first aid too, and some of your teachers. You got to learn how to treat minor injuries, and you got to know how to prevent and treat outdoor injuries. What's the biggest thing you can do to prevent injuries outdoors?
Be really, really careful.
Right, be really, really careful. And in case you accidentally get hurt, who should always be with us?
Adults.
An adult, right. We want at least one adult with us. All right. Did you guys have any questions from today? Okay. I wanted to remind you that today we have our, oh my gosh, I know it's parfait because I'm so hungry. Miss Lindsay, what's it called again?
It is yay for parfait.
Yay for parfait. So if you want to join us at 5, we're going to learn how to build parfaits with Miss Lindsay, and then we get to eat them. So that's going to be fun.
What's a parfait?
Ah,
Ooh, well, if you join tonight, we are going to learn a little bit of history about parfaits before we make our own.
nice. And your whole family can make a parfait there, Addison, if you want to have them join you.
I'm
And
not
we're,
able to come though.
oh, okay.
I have
I'm a brownie.
Okay. That's okay. You can join us next Tuesday if you want. We also want to make sure that you know next Tuesday during the day is another Brownie session. And I didn't do my slide deck right, so I don't know what Brownie session it is. Do you happen to know, Miss Lindsay?
I can double check just to make sure.
I'm trying to look at the same time I'm talking. Right?
I know, me too. Our next Brownie session, let's see. Tuesday?
Do you guys know what the next Brownie session is? No?
No.
Ah.
Let's see.
I mean, I sort of talked to someone yesterday. I sort of talked to someone. It was a dentist, though.
Yeah, a dentist is a doctor. You could talk to them about first aid
Yeah,
because they have to deal with that too.
Because I had to go there yesterday too.
Okay, so
Our activity for next week is Brownie.
I'm sorry, Miss Lindsay, what was that you were saying?
For next week, our Brownies activity will be the census activity at 3 p.m.
All right. Okay, so we will have the census activity. We will see you guys either tonight or we'll see you next week. All right? Thank you for joining us. Bye. Thank you, Miss
Bye.
Lindsay.
Bye.
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 Daddy. I'm a daddy.
Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.